Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today we have basically one real problem to solve, but it's tricky. The AI is vastly overloaded with resources, and somehow I think it's probably the effects of the apocalypse event is giving them access to a bunch of resources that they would not have if they were just a normal player faction. This is the same reason that like the Barrow Legion was able to resurge so many times after everybody else knocked them down to owning nothing. So I don't think we can win a game of like attrition against them. We need to strike at their ability to build armies.
I refuse.
These guys can reach like to here. Marking it with my fingers. Okay, they can reach like to there.
Yes?
Yeah, we can just outsail them. I can just go like this. All right.
Going.
We're going deep. We're going extremely deep on this better sailor plan.
Do not mistake me for a fool.
Ooh, wait, am I mistaken?
Serve for eternity.
No, we are just outside of their range, and I was right. They have no defenses at Beichai. Okay, well, Harry Half-Mast and Li Zhu are absolutely lost to us, but we have a different plan. A plan that hopefully will be good for something.
It shall be done.
All set.
So I think I'm going to stick with the plan of having Robert just leave the area. Maybe just head to the Galleon's graveyard.
Fill the sails!
Because Annie can handle this.
The fleet master has spoken.
And I think maybe the best version of this plan for Annie is just to get back on land and pretend not to be present.
We'll intercept.
See if we can trick them into landing somewhere. All right. Harry's actively recruiting. Pete moved already. We did RNS's turn. Yeah, so basically we have 1.5 concerns, I would say. We still need to figure out exactly where the remaining forces of the Barrow Legion are. And then we have to, deal with this other problem. And the Barrow Legion definitely has no settlements. They just have armies. I have no idea where their armies are at. And we're hemorrhaging money, but we're also insanely rich. Hopefully these things will balance out in our favor. All right, anti-salt spray has gotten better at ambushing people. Okay, I actually like this. I like Siege providing some distraction to the other forces that like to just send units at us for no reason at all. Maybe this will keep people out of our hair as we're trying to rearrange armies and figure out a way for somebody to use the sea lanes to get over to the Jade Coast. Or the Jade Sea, rather. I don't love the Oracles of Siege ending an army's movement right there, because that's going to discourage that Bretonian player, I think, from coming over, and I would really like for them to land that army somewhere on our shore. Gosh, how are we going to get Pete out of here? Okay, wow, turned all the way around. Just sailed 100% of the way back home. We could try to send somebody east. Oh, they're finally coming for Liberis. Yeah, we could just send somebody east, right? Try to make it across the narrow band of land here. Maybe that's what we do with Aranessa. We send Aranessa one way and Pete the other way, and just whoever gets there, gets there. It will probably only take one of them. No, I didn't want to do that when the value of the gold you were giving me was like 7 times higher. Why would I want to do it now? That said, Clan Scryer is doing an admirable job keeping the Wood Elves at bay. And I think we just need like 1 or 2 more settlements conquered to see our other bar, our other objective clear. I assume Li Shu is totally lost. They're going to hit it with 3 full stacks here, so... Sorry, Harry. No, they are turning around. Sometimes. Some of them are... They're doing that thing AI armies do, where they just kind of like run back and forth arbitrarily. Obviously, we will be taking this and holding it. A place where we could actually build a recruitment building or two and have some decent defenses to hold back the undead is maybe the foothold we need, maybe enough to get the job done before any of the reinforcement armies could arrive. And the Bear Legion did still get a full turn despite not existing in any meaningful way, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I really need somebody to finish off their last army, wherever it is. Okay, sacrifices. Yeah, people are doing their rights. We found Helmengorst attempting an ambush. We do not care about it. We are researching something. Extra bonus versus large for units I don't have. Control up. I mean, yeah, none of this stuff does anything. Sure.
These are my domain.
We have not had to think about the control mechanic like even a single time.
This is absurd.
So if we get on the water over here, Lillian will be able to attack us and potentially able to receive backup from Ulthuan, right?
For eternity, I'll order it.
I'm gonna get in the water over here.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Okay, well, it turns out there's no way to escape the elves. They're fucking everywhere. But also, we don't have to.
Full speed ahead. We are gone.
All right. So transferring from land to water or vice versa can cost a large amount of movement, and you're allowed to do it if you have any movement left when you reach the edge of the water. Even if you don't have enough to complete the move. And basically what it does is it just charges you some of next turn's movement. So I switched us into full speed here, even though we're not going to get any extra movement out of it, in the hopes that it will give us a larger movement budget to have paid for this turn. So we'll lose less of next turn's movement. I don't know if it actually works that way. That might have accomplished absolutely nothing except making us more vulnerable. We are at full now, right? Close enough. We can probably afford to just full sprint. Like, how do I want to do this? Do I want to cross at the... See, we could cross at Dragonspine Pass, or we could go east through these mountains. And then through, we're at war with this Chaos Dwarf faction, and they have a lot of stuff up there. Maybe it would be better to go low, to try to, like, cross here. Yeah, let's try something like that. So we will go
Crew, to me!
down this way.
Move!
And if What's-His-Face wants to declare war on me, then we can do that. That's fine. All right, one more turn of replenishment just to make sure we're absolutely back at full. Henrietta hits Beichai this turn for free.
Strike now, crewmen!
What? Fucking no, ignore it. Just get me past it. I didn't even notice it. I don't care about that. I care about this.
Pistols and cutlass is ready.
All right.
It is pirate.
Technically, long victory achieved, but you know, it's not an actual campaign victory
Comes.
until. Okay, so I will absolutely just grab these guys to round out this army, and we could start recruiting a new army here immediately, right? What did we manage to keep? Ugh. It's at level 3. We kept the worst recruitment building possible. And a control building that we don't need. So let's burn those. But we'll be able to build up some decent recruitment structures fairly quickly. And for the moment, we will recruit... ooh. Okay, we got an instigator with the School of Magic I like better. Yeah. Samuel Jenkins. Very poor starting loyalty.
All bones on deck.
Started with 3. That's a little risky.
I don't like them.
Okay, we know Fog of the Damned is fantastic. Just grab all those. You can go into recruit mode. Next turn. Well, it'll be 5 turns before we can do this, but we should do Curse of Eternal Service the instant it becomes available to help resolve that situation. And you could pull just a unit of Chaos Warriors. Do I want to do that? We could get the Chaos Warriors with the Halberds, which have slightly worse defense and slightly worse attack, but they have that anti-large. How much anti-large is it? 19. That's impressive. Plus, I think they have a lot more armor-piercing damage than the basic Chaos Knights. Yeah, the basic Chaos Knights have a worse mix of damage types. That's with us at 21. If we waited a little bit... No, the next major stuff that we would like is further on. I am actually going to take these Chaos Warriors of Sean. Clan Scryer. We don't have access to the things we would like just yet. But I think there's a much better chance that we're actually going to be able to use this army. And the Jade River Delta, because it has a high-level core settlement building, it gives us access to some slightly better recruits. And we will also pull in cannons and deck guns. Okay.
Admiral of the fleet.
Remarkably, they're allowing Harry to continue living. I'm a little shocked by this.
About time.
I mean, we'll try to keep it going. I don't think it's gonna work. I think they're gonna just crush him this turn. But it is weird how reluctant they were to approach at all. So the Bretonnians sailed over here. I wonder what for.
All aboard.
I guess let's go see if we can figure it out. See if we can find them at least.
Not in this world or the other.
I might wait right here at the edge of her movement range, so if she sails over, we can back up. I don't think she can take us.
Your will.
I won't be able to get to her even with
For
even with
eternity.
full sail. Because if I could, then obviously we could just push her. I'm gonna just sail in the general direction of the galleon's graveyard.
Fair wind.
Who knows? Maybe it's Robert King who will be able to make it to reinforcement first. Because it seems like everybody else is going to have some weird navigational issues. And we still don't know what's up with the Barrow Legion. All we can do is hope that they die soon. All right, I think that is it. I think we're just waiting on the enemies to respond. I'm kind of hoping that as Aranessa travels through this territory over here, we'll get some idea of where it is the Barrow Legion's last army might be. I mean, Pete certainly didn't see them. And we know that on the Barrow Legion's turn, we saw some activity in the mist to the south of us, so fingers crossed we just kind of like stumble into them. I don't know what the hell all these units are doing, or all these armies. Alright, tell me the elves are still busy. Tell me they do not have time to fuck with me. I don't think that boat's headed to the Galleon's graveyard. I think it's sailing past. We might have to redirect one of our ships. It won't be Pete. It'll be Annie.
Bring war and infamy.
Okay. It's remarkable that took that long. We get to run Liberis and just get free money out of it without spending any effort or resources defending it for a really long time. Alright, doing an okay job keeping the Wood Elves at bay. Just using vastly superior numbers. Definitely a little worried about how powerful the dwarves seem, given that we're going to have our Anessa sort of skirting their territory. Could turn out to be a little complicated. Oh. I think I saw a thing that had an actual health bar up there. I think that was an army. Yeah, like somewhere around here. Alright, they're probably going to... I mean, first of all, they're going to do this, obviously. But they're probably going to move up to attack Beichai soonish. Yep, they are in full assault. And Beichai has no functional defenses for the moment. It takes a moment for the walls to rebuild and stuff. I wonder, though, given that we have the given that we have a walled settlement to use, I wonder if I could put Henrietta in ambush mode, like behind the settlement, let the enemies attack, and at least get the benefit of like proper towers and stuff on defense while we try to fight them off. Alright, the Reichland faction was destroyed. Not really one of the factions that we care a huge amount about.
We're shipshape. Sartosa's most infamous.
Once again, the game is doing a terrible job of... Yep, they had somebody down here to retake Gristle Valley. Okay, well, good news. We're already on the way. And somehow, despite the fact that they had no settlements until just now, they have a full stack here. Alright, well,
My ship. More bodies washed up.
we'll just stay in encampment mode here to not bleed out to the chaos corruption. And that problem will get resolved real soon.
No pay.
Pete is gonna, I guess, try to sail across the north part of the... What is... Oh, that's one of those chaos gates. Not my problem. We will just ignore that.
Setting sail.
Keep moving.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
Gosh, I sure wish we could see how far people can move.
Admiral of the fleet.
I have no idea what it is that breaks this functionality. Alright, what does this army look like?
Archmage.
So they have a tree man, which is a giant... I mean, it's what it says on the tin. Couple of dragons, some Phoenix Guard, which are scary for sure. Phoenix Guard are very well suited to dealing with our crabs. Yeah, that's an army I am scared of, for sure.
Beyond even Quaish.
All right, hold on. Sometimes we can get it to redraw. There we go. By like selecting somebody else. Now let's jump back over to Pete.
These are my domain.
Here we go. So
This
where
is
can they
absurd.
move? Oh, wherever they fucking please, actually. Absolutely anywhere.
Blood kiss of the seas.
I don't know that I think Pete's really in position to defend against that.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Blood and plunder.
Yeah, I worry that it might be the case that the only option we have here is to fall back to Lyonesse or to simply attack them now while they're tired. Well, actually, flank speed does not cause tiredness. That makes sense, but it's not how it used to work. Okay, I don't have attack range on them anyway.
All above board.
Close, but not quite.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
And we have no idea exactly how far they can move in an attacking stance. Because obviously in flying speed, they can't initiate battles. But it's probably like somewhere around here, maybe?
Admiral of the fleet.
So if we go into full speed,
To the wind.
we can maybe...
Beyond even Quaish.
I can't get far enough west,
No prey.
but I might be able to get far enough east. I'm going to try going all the way to the edge of our movement range on this side, and we're just going to hope. We might be able to, you know, let them come forward and then sail around them. We'll see. I'm not ready to think about Henrietta yet. I am ready to think about Annie,
3 sheets to the wind.
Setting sail.
who's just going to sail straight for Magritta.
Corsair of the night.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Fallen deckhands. Plain sailing.
All right, get all the way up here.
Even the law.
Yeah, that's like at the edge of their movement. There's no way they'll be able to do that in attack range. All right, let's make this a place where we can do some good recruitment. We still can't actually build the landmark yet. I don't know what else I would want to do here. I guess this building makes a small amount of money. And that's kind of it. Well, all right, gunnery building makes sense. And then this is the landmark, which also gives us Necrofex recruiting in the area. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So let's talk about this front.
The crew are restless.
First of all, should Beichai survive, it would be rad to get some palisades and then also like some ability to recruit proper gun units. Yeah, I think that's probably the priority over like the resource thing, which just lowers costs very slightly. Now, obviously, they're going to be able to get attack range on us. There's nothing we can do about that. Samuel cannot get inside of the settlement.
Admiral.
Vampire of the waves.
What we can do
Yes?
is just place Henrietta right here
Waylaying.
so that enemies coming into attack will get waylaid on their way in. She has a 100% chance to be able to deliver the ambush, but I don't think that's the chance to remain hidden. This mechanic has always been sort of murky, and it has not... I don't really know, but also nobody else really knows, as far as I can tell, what it is exactly that the numbers refer to. And we fully lost the other settlement, right? They actually took it. Yeah. Pretty annoying. A little bit of backwards progress there, but the good news is that Liju is way more exposed to Grand Cathay, so although it looks like maybe actually the goddamn vampires are going to be winning on that front. Well, whatever. If we can get Beichai going, we can get something done here. We're waiting on the Curse of Eternal Service.
There's too much purity.
Yeah, nothing to do here except hope that our ambush actually works for a change. I do think it's pretty crappy that we have a lord who is specialized in ambushing, with lots of extra ambush skill and the extra ambushing trait. And we still can't manage to maintain being hidden for a single turn ever against these forces. It feels a little bullshit. And we will continue to try to maneuver all of our other forces in such a way that we can provide some reinforcements here, but it is gonna be a minute. All right, please tell me the elves have better things to do. Oh, kind of seems like they're headed toward me. With a bunch of their armies, actually. Yep, it might just be Wave of Elves time. Very annoying. Okay, the Wood Elves are going to come and take... or the High Elf / Wood Elf faction is going to come and take Helmgart away from us. That's fine. I forgot we even had it.
Fair winds and fair tide.
Yeah. No, I like military access. That's fine. I have no idea where Clan Scryer even is on this map, but more friends is more good, right? Or not Clan Scryer, but Clan Pestilence, which is who that was the lord of. Actually, I wonder, there's a sea lane that runs through the north, right? I wonder where the ends of that are. Oh, this is so annoying. They're able to just generate a full stack of units every turn. And as such, they can just take new settlements however and whenever they want. Okay, so here we get a close victory against 2 full stacks of units. If I do this manually and we have to fight 5 units of pretty tough cavalry backed up by this army, I think we actually do want to take the auto-resolve. Like, part of the problem here is that the settlement garrison needs time to actually heal up. And we're not going to get it. But we broke a couple of their armies there. Are they going to try? Yeah, they are going to try the push with the other army. That's pretty annoying. And it's going to result in the death of all of my stuff, because of course it is.
Time for battle. Time to feed.
I do not think manually controlling that we would have outperformed there. Yeah, and they're going to be able to regenerate those stacks essentially instantly and without any concern to monetary limits of any kind, it seems. So we need to get in a position where we are doing better than stabilizing. And I don't see that happening until we get external reinforcements. The loss of the hero is really annoying because we cannot recruit a unit who is the equal of that. Okay, whatever. Yep. All right. Ambush foiled as always because it is literally impossible to ever nail an ambush. We killed a bunch of people. All kinds of things happened. Our new lord did get some level ups and can become the Fleet Enforcement Admiral and a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. That's cool. The elves over here sailed in a way that makes me able to just kind of like leave. Do I want to grab this on the way out? Probably. Right, this will be free and Pete won't be able to, Pete won't be engaging in any other battle for a while, so I think it's okay to take and explore the island,
The dead.
win an easy battle here.
There is only my role.
Okay, 15,000 gold.
He knows my fate.
Handy. And then, yeah, just sail as far away from all these elves as you can. Okay, and not directly into anyone else. Great news.
A done deal.
All right, so it seems like Aranessa can hit the settlement.
Attack!
We gotta put the kibosh on this real quick. Interesting. That Wood Elf army is showing up as reinforcements. We're not friends with them, are we?
Salt and blood.
I guess they just hate these guys that much.
I want it bad.
Yo, Aranessa, where the hell are you going?
Bring them back.
That's a lot of retreating after the battle there.
All praise
That is the only reason I considered
Fleet.
occupying it instead, and honestly, I wonder if I would have been better off.
Ahoy!
All right, we are trying our best, trying our absolute best to get set up here. All right, a couple levels of Lightning Strike. We almost have real Lightning Strike.
Ready.
And it will help so much because the individual armies we are facing here are so much worse than our own troops. If I can just get the ability to jump one of them at a time,
Galleon away!
it's going to break things wide open for us. So we do have access to a superior raised dead pool here. I'm going to take advantage of it with this army for sure. It's not super good, and it doesn't have, like, cannons or anything, but at the very least we can grab... So we lost... Oh, hey, the dead rise again. Cool. Definitely finished Devourer of All, and then that's everything that matters. So we lost 3 units of melee. It feels a little rough to replace them with just more guns. I don't think that's right. I think we do want to grab some melee. But I also think that like a unit of zombie pirate deckhands is so bad that they may as well not be in the army. So these guys at least have the anti-large, you know? So I think maybe we do just grab some kind of gun. Yeah, and probably not deck droppers. I just rifles is fine, I suppose.
I refuse.
So these two armies both just lost battles
Cease.
without losing any actual units.
All bones on deck. My compass agrees.
I'm going to raise dead in this force as well. So that's 7. That takes us to 14. No, sorry, that's only 6. That takes us to 13. This will take us to 18. And Yeah, I'm absolutely just filling up. We're gonna come down here and try to
Voyage on.
provide some extra math. Just a little math boost.
Prepare boarding.
Okay, what they did was they hardcore raised deaded the worst units in the pool. Yep, just the units that actually have to die to fight. That makes sense. Y'all get some bonus fire damage. You know what? You get some bonus fire damage. Y'all get some leadership.
Drop anchor. We
All right,
fight.
so that'll crush those ones. Let's take the replenishment. Hopefully that will be sufficient
Fly the flag.
Darkness.
to get us a little bit of time to work here.
Rajon. Blood and gold.
What is your demand?
So let's figure out what we're doing recruitment-wise. I'm going to obviously fire some of these units, but I wanted to pull them in for the battles. I think one question we have is how long do I want to commit to standing here? Because I'd like to pull in some really good units, but I don't know that we have the time. So I think let's get... I'm just going to hire 4 more units of man-eaters with pistols. Which is going to require the booting of these 2 units. You know what? We'll just kick all the deckhands out. It's going to get a little expensive. And we'll bring in another 2 units of deck gunners. And then you only get 24 deck gunners versus 90 of these. You don't want to go too deep on the deck gunners. It is very... we got a dead rise again on one of our bloated corpses. That's weird. You could definitely overdo it on those and end up with too little total fire yield. But overall, I think this is a pretty good balance. And then that leaves no recruitment room for Henrietta. So Henrietta's just going to live on what we're living on for the moment.
Promising.
And with our few remaining points, definitely finish Lightning Strike. All right, I think that is very, very good for us. You can learn Scavenge, I suppose. Losing a lot of money per turn, but we have a very large bank. Okay, I can actually just jump you in the water.
The crew are restless.
Don't know if I want to.
It shall be done.
I'm just gonna sail to Magrita.
Undead raiders.
They do not dare attack.
Serve for eternity.
Right, because we have 40 units up now.
Is it time?
This is worrying. This is a little worrying.
Yes, at once.
I'm gonna have Robert grab this thing and then sail back in. We should be able to handle any of the foes that can be generated by these quests.
There is only my role.
Okay.
Yes, master.
Extra money, especially extra levels, is what I was after, but the extra money is certainly helpful. My friend, you cause terror.
Let us raid. Full speed ahead.
Far beneath an archmage. This is absurd.
Yeah, they won't be able to reach us in actual
Orders.
actual attacking stance. We're fine. Okay, and is there anything to spend money on? No, we're doing fine-ish on all of that. It's a little scary. It's a little bit of a scary circumstance. There's a lot that can still go wrong. In particular, I'm not going to be rested until we finish this bullshit off. I'm hoping that the Wood Elves can do some harm here. The Wood Elves get their turn before the Bear Legion does. This would be a really bad time to start that war. Yeah, the Wood Elves get their turn before the Bear Legion, so I'm hoping they can kill Kemmler for the moment. What we need to do more than anything is stop them from spreading any further. And one thing that was really nice about having the port that we had over on the Jade Sea was that we could see their city from the port, and so we knew what their armies were doing all of the time. We have lost that information now, and that has got me a tiny bit nervous. Oh, they're going to go for this. Interesting. Yep, all yours. Okay, they're not working together though. Hey, Pete is absolutely going to be able to just outrun everybody here. God, there are so many elf units. We no longer need to hold the Galleon's Graveyard, which I guess is a point worth considering. Because we have won the long campaign victory, I could just abandon it and refocus my territory a little bit smaller. Maybe that's worth doing. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a big deal either way. Okay, Icket Claw is at least making motions as though he is going to help defeat our enemies. Wow, their agents move so fast. Unless that was two different agents with the same name. Okay, the Wood Elves have made no attempt to do anything useful. I'm very pleased that their agent managed to win themselves out. So now they don't have any vision of us either, which hopefully will make their attacks a little bit less devastating. I don't actually have a good sense of how it will affect things. And I was totally wrong. The Wood Elves are really late in the turn order. What the fuck? What? I mean, yeah, we lose this fight for sure. But that's very silly that Bordello had two armies close enough to us to be able to move into us, but far enough away from us that we couldn't see them with our excellent naval vision. Like, I'm not going to bother defending it. It is really annoying to lose him as he's level 16. Is there a chance I could win this if I do it manually? This first force isn't really that scary. Do we... What side... Oh, this doesn't show where the reinforcements come in from. Alberic's army is a little bit more worrying, just in terms of the raw number of bodies. Because this army doesn't really have, like, the defenders to stand in front of them. I think I'm just going to accept the defeat. I think we would get defeated either way. And that's a shame that Robert King is now dead. It's actually really annoying. But yeah, we don't need the Galleon's Graveyard anymore, and I guess we're just going to bail on it. That's a shame. I just spent a bunch of money improving it. Well, do we want to hit the actual ripcord here? Yeah, probably, right? This isn't providing us that much benefit. It is yielding a few hundred income per turn. We can at least get back part of the money that we contributed to all of these and do other stuff with that money. Okay.
These are my About time.
Speaking of money. Please tell me this isn't... Okay. I was going to say, tell me this isn't one of the really big ones. Because I want to be in good position here, because we might actually want to attack Dastin Coldeye. What unit is locked behind this group here? Ah, the special deck gunners. That is actually interesting. Do I think we can take them? They have an awful lot of just kind of generic Dark Elf units.
Is it daylight?
We've almost made it to safety. We have to remember, these things will attack us. So if we don't kill them... We're technically not at war right now, but if we don't kill them, there's pretty good odds they just come after us. And I don't know if we will have the movement to evade them. Also, I really want to get that unit of deck gunners available. I think we can handle them.
I smell mutiny. Make them.
Oh, cool. Alistair the White Lion is right there. Please take the healing. All right.
Certainly not.
I need the drawing to get fixed.
Landfolk are weak.
Your will.
It's not working. I need to know how far they can move and in which direction to escape. Shit. Well,
This is absurd.
wow, this army has a lot of archers. What a weird little force.
Yes?
Well, we can start assembling another army down here, like in Sartosa, since Robert died. We should probably do that. We could just have Jimbo, our already hired guy, be at the front, but we hire in New Lords at level 12 now. Really feels like that's the thing we ought to be going for, right? The free level 12. Murder isn't really what I'm looking for. Smuggler's not really what I'm looking for either. Although, +8 income from local buildings is... If this is an army that's going to be in defense mode most of the time, maybe that is a reasonable thing to do. You know what? All right, fine. Welcome aboard, Billy Barnaclebeard. Yeah, I guess even more powder is probably a good idea. I wasn't really thinking about this, but for the areas we have, bat swarms are nice too. Slowing down enemies is really useful. But I think it only applies to the land around this, right? It doesn't apply to the sea region. So adding +1 to our global recruitment capacity is probably a thing that's worth doing in a lot of places. I hadn't realized. I'm sure I looked at that at some point, but it was probably a long time ago. Yeah, we have a number of spots where we can do that without it really costing us anything. We might want to do bat swarms here. Nah. Okay.
The sea knows my fate.
So Route Marcher, of course. Let's get the dance. Very important. Wind of Death, Curse of Years, Earthing. We can get to Arcane Conduit next level. And then you don't really want to take up any of the global recruitment things, but you can do a lot of very good work right here. And then we'll want to pull in, like... Well, hold on. Sorry, I'm being a little silly. Let's start with the ogres. I definitely do want the ogres. I like having this group of ogres in every army. So there we go. That's... Does it make sense to... Maybe it makes sense to do the ogres last. I'm thinking, like, we'll have the best chance of actually finishing them if we do them first, as opposed to being forced to move by the incoming enemies. But pulling some amount of stuff right away, finishing some amount of stuff right away, is probably the better play.
Ahoy!
And do we have any challenge them right now? Because we can. We totally
Farming is
can.
an archmage.
And I'm assuming we're going to have to do an awful lot of defense stuff soon. Because, like, these forces are not just going to disappear.
Make them dead!
I think we can take her. The actual functional catapults in this army, I think, make a big difference.
It's time to tame the cattle.
That's actually a fair amount of money.
Them for plunder.
And we're going to be in friendly territory for a while, so we will get our healing.
Where to? Full speed ahead! Navigating!
I trust them.
Okay, so we have all our important red line stuff. We have all of our important spell stuff.
Blood and plunder.
What is next for you? Honestly, like, Lightning Strike is a little bit less critical over here. You know what? Actually, having a rank and mentor probably helps a lot. It's important to push experience gain to the younger fleet admirals. Try to get people up to 20 as quickly as possible. But yeah, I wonder if it is worth going not blue, not for Lightning Strike, but for the upkeep reduction again. Well, no, probably not. Honestly, we're doing fine on money. Let's get combat stuff. And combat stuff on everybody else as well, obviously.
Praise Manon!
Alright, Aranessa backed up so much last turn that she cannot participate in combat this turn. But what she can do is run down to here, use our zone of control as a bottleneck against Gregor zu Krugenheim, and then be able to catch Heinrich next turn no matter where he goes.
Smell it.
Pretty annoying, though, that we couldn't just finish the job because of the incredible retreat that we pulled after clearing that settlement. All right, you're doing what needs to be done.
The crew are restless.
I actually do have the movement range to catch Hans Berekmir. Maybe.
Undead raiders.
Fuchao is going to have 7 stacks of undead sitting at it, right? So we have to be careful for sure about that approach. This is going to give me real recruitment of handgun units, which is definitely helpful. And once this is up, we'll have enough of a garrison here that it'll be hard for the enemy to just take this for free.
Admiral of the fleet.
And I don't know what I'm going to do once once we're in that state. I guess you're just going to continue hanging out for the moment. I don't think we really want to do anything there. So, yeah. Honestly, the vampires not having direct line of sight of my settlement seems to have broken their, like, frenzied push. And we do know that they were pushing southward as well. So that may be where some of their attention is. On this next turn, we'll have... we will have 2 real stacks to be able to do a little bit of aggression with. We can start poking around. I'm not really sure whether... I'm not sure whether we're going to have hero recruitment up there. We might want to make room for a hero recruitment building just so that we can use a hero to scout, although I think that a low-level hero is just going to get devoured by these 600 guys who have... Okay, well... That's right, I didn't finish moving because I was trying to fix the... Shit. I didn't finish moving Pete because I was trying to fix the broken movement range thing. It's interesting, though. I should be allowed to retreat because I didn't spend all my movement, and I certainly wasn't in full sail. Well... 2 full minutes for those guys to arrive. No, these are 2 full, actually fairly elite stacks. I don't think there's any version of this where I come out ahead. It sucks to lose a stack that's like Pete himself will be back in 5 turns, but it sucks to lose a stack that is this gold, and especially to frustrating wrestling with a stupid bug that shouldn't exist. All right. Well, we'll start recruiting another army. Part of me wants to reload the last turn's autosave and just finish Pete's movement so that we don't lose him again in a stupid way to a bug. Well, that's embarrassing. So dinosaurs just ran full speed into that rogue army and slammed against it like a cartoon character hitting a wall. Yeah, honestly, I might do that. We're going to end the episode when our turn starts anyway. I'm not going to run another full turn 57 minutes into the episode. So I will potentially, I'm going to think about it some more. Think about how reasonable I think that is. Look at that. They just summoned a full stack of units plus some additional units there. Or no, the thing that moved toward us is a hero, not an army. So they just started a new army. It's not as ridiculous as I was thinking. Okay, yeah, and they're legitimately not coming after us. Interesting. All right, so we have a little bit of a force to work with. I was going to start recruiting a new army in like... in one of the areas like Kofur or something to play defense against this impossible wave of elves and Bretonnians that we're going to have to deal with in a second. But maybe I start recruiting the new army that's going to belong to Pete over on the Jade Coast. They let us finish one force. We just intentionally don't move forward. We just really build up. Sort of Kane was claimed by some minor dwarf lord. Interesting.
Let us raid.
Huh, and for some reason I have vision of Fu Chao now, despite the fact that nothing has changed about our vision status. Well, I know, we must not have vision of Fu Chao, right? It's hard to tell exactly where our vision line is. But we must not, because there would be more stacks. But we can see at least most of the way to it.
No.
Wow, that is not a very good army. Okay, yeah, we have lots of things to do. We also have 200,000 gold in the bank, despite my desperate attempts to spend all of it every single turn. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. when you come back next time. I'm so frustrated that we're ending the episode without having actually finished off the Barrow Legion, to be honest with you. But I just don't think that, well, hold on a second here, actually. Grimhold is now empty. What happened to Did Durthu... I guess the Wood Elves took it out and we just didn't see that happen? So hold on a second.
Easy pickings around here.
Would this kill them?
Bloody your cutlasses!
Does this actually kill them?
Tide rise. To battle!
I guess we'll take the money because we didn't take any damage. Ugh, come on, dude.
Salt water!
Stop retreating.
The sea father calls!
Okay, for real, you're dead this time. All right, the Barrow Legion actually down. Here comes our Chaon the Everchosen. Man,
We return to Sardosa as
RNS is actually going to have a little bit of trouble getting out of here. I'm not... Okay, jeez. I'm not sure what the plan is. Anyway, we are actually ending the episode now. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, for real, we only have one thing to focus on. This time I mean it. And somehow we're going to do it. Somehow we're going to actually make some progress. And we'll see you then.